Hi everybody. So I've been working with Silvio on this project, and I'm head of school at Kent School of Architecture and Planning. For those who don't know me, quite a lot of people do, because last week we had a big event that's related to this, which is about setting up an urban room for Medway. So springboarding on what Councillor Mayhill was saying, and also Duncan in terms of collaboration and how we actually make it meaningful and how we widen participation in this kind of engagement. So the urban room proposal is very central to that ambition. So this is a little bit about what we've been doing for the last 6 or 7 years now in Medway. So we've been collaborating with Medway Council and Chatham Historic Dockyard. Our students have been doing live projects. The benefits of live projects are to create closer links between school and with industry and local places. So the benefits to students are obviously the exposure to real world scenarios and rich learning experience. There are also benefits to the clients. So raising aspirations for the site and the brief, and support for potential fundraising as well. So this is, I suppose, a kind of engagement that's happening through teaching. Am I standing in the wrong place for the camera? Right. So, and then we've had various public exhibitions about that. We've generated quite a lot of feedback from local people from these exhibitions. They happen in Chatham Historic Dockyard, in Rochester Corn Exchange, in Rochester Cathedral, and in Canterbury also. So these are some of the projects that we've worked on. Mike Richards here was our MArch Programme Director, now Director of Studies, but we've been working together closely for the last 2 years on a particular funded project. It's called the Chatham Intra High Street Action Zone. KIHAZ is our acronym for it. And it's funded through Historic England, through Medway Council, which enables us to create exhibitions and engagement events. So these are some of the projects so this is some of the research, the kind of repository of material that we hope to establish might sit within an urban room, and that's where all this kind of hefty research that our students are doing might be gathered and inform future proposals. These are some of the blue sky thinking outputs that the students have developed over the last few years. Anticipating flooding on Chatham Intra High Street, letting the water in, kind of waymarking, I suppose, defining zones along the high street, urban waymarkers, and creating better connections at various different levels. And these are recent exhibitions at the Chatham Reach Festival in Sunpier House. And more recently, we had a large public engagement symposium that was a collaboration with Historic England and Medway Council in St John's Church. And St John's Church, which you probably all know, on just south of Chatham Station, is subject to a heritage lottery grant and is currently being converted into a cafe and business spaces. And they're very keen on potentially becoming our urban room. So that's quite exciting as an opportunity. There are other sites we can think about. And so then this raises and this was the Urban Roadshow event. So we had a big event last week. It was funded by the Urban Room Network. So there are about 24 urban rooms now. There's a website, there's a director of the Urban Room Network called Diane Dever, and Carolyn Butterworth is the co-director. She runs an urban room up in Sheffield University, and they had funding to come together to help local communities or collaborations between local communities, universities and councils to set up urban rooms. So it was the first step in kind of, I suppose, setting out a roadmap for how we might fund it, where it might go. And the interesting thing that came out of it was the amount of stuff that is happening, and the fact that we need to, from kind of, ground up, gather all of this together and collect it together to make it meaningful, to make it accessible, and to widen participation in this engagement wherever possible. So why is the university interested in being involved? Well, we're a civic university. Catherine Richardson is here from the Institute of Creative and Cultural Industries, and I think leading on setting us up as a civic university. So what's it all about? It's about being civic. We have a civic engagement strategy. We want to be rooted in a robust and shared analysis of local need and opportunity that is co-created with local partners. Civic University is based on the principles of place, people, partnerships, but also measurement and impact, which is where we need to be mindful of how all of this collaboration actually builds into something that has impact. And this is some excerpts from our civic engagement strategy. So we commit to being a leading civic university by 2025, defined by its sense of place, committed to people in the county of Kent. We're immensely proud of our place within its communities. We have a key role to play as an anchor institution in ensuring the health, well-being and prosperity of the county and the region. Our civic mission goes to the heart of who we are as a university. We want to serve our communities and to make active and significant contribution to health, well-being, prosperity and success. So as the third pillar of our strategy, we will enhance both learning, teaching and research and innovation, drawing out synergies and inspiring new perspectives and novel approaches across all activities. We'll adopt a whole university approach, so embedding all our activities, including instilling in our students, staff, alumni, donors and partners pride in our active place-making role within the region and our celebration of communities. Sorry, there's an arrow in the way. And critically, we're going to contribute significantly to research and innovation, inspiring the public and supporting our researchers from PhDs, early career researchers, to engage in genuine dialogue with communities locally, regionally, nationally. And also that our in orange at the bottom, our wider communities will not be passive recipients of our work, but active and equal partners in delivering outcomes that benefit us all. So I think that's critical to the work that we've been doing with Duncan and Chatham Historic Dockyard in terms of teaching, but now we're bringing in research, and that's where Silvio, our Director of Research at Kent School of Architecture and Planning, has set up this event in order to think about how we can actually start to bring in research grants and money that actually are meaningful to, I suppose, this place and the people that live here, and how we can start to generate that dialogue in order to create real impact. And that's what an urban room might look like. Neutral territory, multiple funders and collaborators. It needs to be very open. And so the university then acts as an intermediary and a critical friend, and not the central actor, which is critical to the main, I suppose, objective of widening participation so far as possible. So that's us.
Thank you very much.